No sleep, baby.
Welcome, everybody, to No Sleep, the podcast, a comedy podcast starring myself, AJ Simmons, and two very handsome guys. I had mentioned it's a comedy podcast. It's on a Sunday. I'm a little off my game. But because it's a comedy podcast, I do have some comedy jokes.
Oh, comedy jokes. My favorite kind.
Yep. So these are kind of comedy premises, really, but we're gonna move forward like they are jokes. All right, so here we go. If you look back through all the history of humankind, it's clear. One thing is clear. Fuckboys have always existed.
It's true.
They found an old cave in France that has paintings from over 20,000 years ago that translate to, A, what's your snap?
Get it.
What's your smoke signal?
Also found on the cave was a caveman saying he's not ready to settle down because the world is too unstable.
Yes.
This is my final one. The FBI seized over 784 dildos from rapper P. Diddy, a.k.a. Puff Daddy's home. And Diddy corrected them and said, 785. One's in his ass.
Okay, all right. Yeah. I heard Diddy was trying to chug all the baby oil when they came to raid him.
Gotta get rid of this shit.
Flushing it, drinking it.
And you can cut to Tom McGrain,
Oh, okay.
my handsome co-host.
Yeah. Did you hear there's a new fall pumpkin shandy coming out? Yeah, they say it'll haunt your dreams. It's made by Leinenkrugers.
That's a joke.
It's a joke. Proud of it. I decided I've been posting pictures of my children on
Leinenkrugers.
on the Leinenkrugers. It gets people mispronounced Leinenkugels. Okay.
Oh yeah.
But like, I feel like I've joined a group that I don't really want to be a part of. You know. Like I keep posting pictures of my children, and I'm like, "Ooh, man, these get a lot of likes." And then people are like, "Oh, they're growing up so fast." I'm like, "Shut up!" You know what I'm saying? Like, don't talk to me. Like, I don't want to be lumped in with those dorks that had kids on purpose. You know?
I'm the cool kind
Like,
of
yeah,
dad.
look at mine, but don't talk about them.
I got my girl pregnant wearing a Halloween costume.
Yeah, that's right. Like, oh, you were destroyed by it because I was Bane or something.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
You had a great costume. It was worth getting pregnant over.
I was Zombie.
Yeah, you had the
Good.
zombie head going.
Won the contest.
Yeah.
I was pretty proud of that. People would be like, "Your girlfriend definitely made that." I'd be like,
My girlfriend sucks at making stuff.
today I was at the old vape shop, Peru, and the guy goes, he said, "You're 21, right?" I said, "Double it." He goes, "No way, man." I was like, "Damn." I was like, "This guy might be bad at math, but he's great at flattery." So, all right.
You're the most handsome young man I've ever seen.
Yes.
You a model or something?
Yeah. Like, yep.
If only he worked at that Chinese restaurant
I
that
know.
called you.
Yeah, I know.
How old are you?
Yes. It was a little bit of the opposite of that, which was nice. Yeah.
Balance the scales a little
Yep,
bit for you
yep.
there. That's nice.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well, the mustache too. Maybe that gives you. A
Yeah, I thought it gave me an
clean
older
shave.
vibe, but yeah. The big gross beard doesn't give you a young vibe. Though.
Tell me about it,
Yeah,
folks.
yeah.
zoom in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get a tight shot of
And
this.
man, the amount of hair that came off, and I was just looking, I was like, oh my God, it's so gray. And so many bugs in it. You know? All right.
Danny was traumatized when I smelled your beard hair when you.
He still talks about that.
Yeah, he's like,
It's very upsetting to him.
yeah, he's like, that's the most intimate thing I've ever seen.
and still it makes me weird somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. That's on you.
Yeah.
All right, cut to Alex Carter.
Oh, folks, I got nothing. That
Well-
was too good. I was over here having fun, and I didn't even try.
You wore the no sleep shirt, so that I think that evens it
something.
out. That's something. That's worth something. Well, and you have good news. Maybe we can start with that, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
That's better than any joke you could tell.
That's all I can think about. We got a new dog today, mere hours ago.
Adopted?
Adopted. No, I stole it.
Nice. It's just as good.
The lady was walking her dog past my house, and I said, "It's my dog now." She said, "No, it's not." And I said, "What are you going to do about it?"
That's right.
Now it's my dog. Then I went to the ARL, and I was out running a few errands. My goal today was to smoke a chicken. That was my big goal for the day. So I went and got a chicken, and then was at the shop trying to get some milk for a separate project.
Seems like this chicken sucks at smoking.
Yeah.
Trying to load its ass.
I took it to the vape
Smoke out
shop.
of its head.
I'm gonna try and see if I can vape it. So anyway, so I'm fucking around with stuff, and my phone's going off, and I pick it up, and it's my wife, and I'm like, "Ooh, what's this?" And she's like, "Did you see the text I sent?" I'm like, "No, what?" I'm like, "You need to check your text." I'm like, "What?" I'm like,
Right.
She's like, "There's a dog." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So I look at this picture of a dog. I'm like, "You want to go look at this dog?"
Oh, boy.
Let's go look at this dog.
Yeah.
And it's a very cute little, like, looks like a white fox. That's what
Ooh.
it kind of looks like. It's
Part Pomeranian?
that's what they said.
Yeah.
Yeah, something along those lines, but taller.
Yeah, they look like little foxes.
Yeah.
Kinda.
So
Puffy.
then they put you in the little room, you know. It's weird because I've been in that little room on the other end when you sit in the little room to have your dog murdered, and you're like, ugh, I don't like sitting in here.
This is
But
a
this is the
negative
other
room.
side of it.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is the nice room. It's like a little jail cell.
You're giving a dog a better life.
yeah.
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 So gonna meet the dog and dog's
Conjugal
cool.
visit.
Yeah,
with the dog.
I was trying to think of it. Yeah, so you get the little dog conjugal visit. You know,
Hope you
gotta
brought your
sa-
baby oil.
You gotta you gotta sample the wares before
Yeah.
you take them home. You know, how's this thing pet? Oh, pet's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Farts per gallon.
Yeah.
So what'd you get? It was
It's
like looks like a little fox, little white fox.
yeah, a little.
Little white fox dog.
It's we were looking it up. If you look up a breed, it's called a Japanese Spitz. It looks just like that, basically.
Are those related to Mark Spitz?
Yeah, they were both swimmers.
Yeah. Both gay swimmers.
Cole's on fire tonight.
Uh,
Daddy's firing on all cylinders tonight. That mustache.
that's right.
Spitz. I used to have an American Eskimo dog, so very similar.
Yes, it looks like it could be an American Eskimo dog as
Yeah.
well, but it's it's not as puffy, but it looks very similar to
It's
that.
got a little stank on it or something.
That's right, got a little wang to it. Oh yeah, it's a shelter dog. It's got all sorts of wang on
Yeah, that's how you like them.
it. Yep.
I respect that you go you. I guess as long as I've known you,
Oh.
you've always went the adoption route. I respect that.
Yeah, I've had
It
purebred
looks
dogs
like a
before.
huge Pomeranian.
Yeah, but it's not that fluffy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So it might have like a little mutt in it or something.
it could.
Where
Yeah,
took
it
a little-
definitely.
here we
It
go.
more than likely does. Closer to that.
Closer to that.
Yeah.
Can I see?
AJ.
Oh,
Camera.
yeah. Yeah, it looks a lot like a American Eskimo puppy almost. But
Yeah.
nice.
1 year old, good to go.
All those types of dogs are
someone
real
dumped
smart.
it like a week ago, and there you go.
Yeah, very smart dogs. All
Yeah,
the
we're
Spitz
looking
dogs.
at
How
they're,
old?
they're circus dogs. So I'm like, oh god, this dog is like to jump. I'm like,
Oh, yeah, like the poodle in Batman Returns. You can
Exactly.
train it to do all catch the batarang.
I think I could.
Yeah.
It's one, so
Yeah.
it's done being a puppy, and now it's
Oh, nice. Perfect.
yeah.
The
That's
wor-
awesome,
The
dude.
worst is past.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you know, when you get a new dog home, usually they're just, you know, they've been hanging at the shelter. They're all stressed out.
Yeah.
and-
They're
she was
fresh out.
pretty, yeah, she's like, all right, just ran around, and then she got the zoomies for a little bit and just started like doing hot laps around everything. And I'm like, oh, we had Maxine Darlene. She was a 10-year-old little dachshund mix. She was
Yeah. Not
very low key,
Yeah.
and this dog is like, what's up? So,
Yeah.
That's what, yeah, I'm living with a 13-year-old part Chihuahua,
oh
which
yeah,
is chill as hell.
oh yeah,
But, man, his breath. How do you describe it? I don't know.
Oh,
like,
dude.
Like the bog of eternal stench lives within it.
Dude, Angela and I had that conversation. This dog has, because Max had bad teeth at the
Yeah.
end. Like those little dogs, their teeth just, it's tough to keep them up.
Yeah.
And we couldn't give her a dental cleaning either because she had a little heart murmur. And they're like, it's too risky.
Yeah.
So,
And it's expensive as hell.
yeah. So her teeth were kicking at the end. And this dog has like dentine clean teeth. You're like,
Nice.
"Woo, fresh breath. Yeah.
Yeah.
The bog of eternal stench
Been
is
chewing
correct.
orbits.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So, yeah.
You
so
say it's a lady dog?
it's a lady dog.
Did you have a name yet? Are you weighing?
Not
some?
yet. Angela and I laughed for about an hour before I came here. thinking
Yeah.
of hilarious names. And we can't name the dog, but
Right.
But you wanted to.
P Diddy.
yeah.
Pete.
The last idea before I left was Funky Brewster. And
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. I don't think you should take that one off the table.
no, I think it might be on the short list.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. I mean, yeah, because how long ago? I mean, not to bring it up, but I guess it's sort of in the air. How long ago did Max pass now?
About 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So a little mourning.
Yeah. Yeah. After she died, we were like, it's gonna be a long time before you can get a dog. It's gonna be a while to get over this. And
That's right.
it was like a month later, we're like, we need a dog.
Yeah.
It's just so quiet.
Yeah, it's that's the thing that
It is. You don't realize how much of even with cats. I think my current cats, I could take them or leave them. But my previous cats, it was when they died. When the first one went, it was so weird. And then you could tell the other cat missed that cat.
Yeah.
And then you get used to having just the one cat, and then she got real sick. And then you come and you're like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
Like there's just like something missing from your existence that you
Yeah.
didn't know you needed that much.
Yeah, I didn't have any idea until it's gone, and you're like, oh my god, my entire
Yeah.
life revolved around this, and I didn't really realize
Yeah.
it.
And it's such a part of the little routines, which
Oh, yeah.
sometimes feel annoying. But even today, I was like, oh, I gotta refill the
Yeah.
bowl before I go to work.
Yeah, now I had to do a whole dance because the Chihuahua eats the cat food. So the cat food has to be in the basement, and then you have to stand there and wait. And Paulo doesn't like to eat his cat food unless you're standing there looking at him.
Watch me
And he
eat
goes,
this.
yeah, and he likes you to take a handful of it out of his bowl and put it on a plate. It's a whole thing.
What?
And then
Wow.
the little
Quite the little
dog is
prince.
like guarding the kitchen door, hoping he can get down there and sneak some cat food. Man,
It's a real
it's real fun.
little play you have to do.
That is that's a real production.
Yeah, it's it's
Pablo,
coming
the
together.
show.
Yeah,
Or Paulo, the show.
Paulo, yeah.
Like one of
feeding
those
show.
little fat baby kings. That's,
Yeah.
Put it
But
on a
he's-
plate.
Yeah.
Not that much.
behead him.
Are you looking at me?
Yeah, and then the dog, the old stanky breath, Jax, if he gets his tongue all over the cat's food plate,
Right.
Paulo's then like, I don't want any part of this.
Take it from the top.
Yeah.
Take it away.
Yeah, you
Take it
better
away.
Scrub it down, bitch. I'm like, all right. I don't
think
even,
this
I don't even
food's
like
gone
you.
bad.
Yeah. I don't know. They're all right.
Yeah, they're all right. Yeah, it's funny. They do train you, at least on the cat side. I mean, they say that they basically, what do they say? That's the problem when you start a sentence. They say.
What did I say?
And then you're just like, what do they say?
Yeah. What do they? You know what they say? No, I don't. Oh, I was wondering if you did.
God damn it! What is it? It's the
Like they train you to.
Yeah, basically.
They
Oh.
teach you to.
Oh, I know what it is. Where it's like dogs have owners, cats have staff.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, where it's like cats, you wait on them.
Yeah.
And they're like,
Cats have staff.
yeah, they're always kind of looking at you down their nose.
Yeah. Don't look at me.
Yeah. I suppose this will do.
Yeah. Right. That's what your cat sounds like.
Yeah,
Your
yeah.
cat seems very fat and regal.
She is. She's fluffing up nice and big now. I gave her little hot girl summer cut. Where it was just
Yeah.
it was like a big fluffy head.
Yeah.
And her like weird naked mole rat body.
Yeah.
And now she's
I love that.
yeah, now she's fluffed up.
She looks like she's like a fleece.
Yeah.
Like
she's
a
so
fleece
soft.
feeling. It's like that soft but very fluffy.
It's like microfiber.
You realize how dense her hair is too.
Yeah, well,
Like,
that's why
oh,
she's so heavy.
yeah.
When you shave her off, she loses, like 4 or 5 pounds, it seems like. And then She puts all that fur back on, and then Alex and Toll have been over to my place semi recently, and they were both like, "She's a little hefty."
Yeah,
She is a little hefty.
I picked her up, and I'm like,
She's a little chunkamunka.
I'm just gonna squeeze this cat to death. It's
She
so
has strong haunches.
Yeah. Lay off me, I'm starving. All right. I will serve you.
Well, when you're that good looking, it's hard to say no.
That's true.
She knows she gets what she wants.
I feel like a weirdo because I'm always taking little pictures, but I'm like, it's like a model.
Yeah.
You know?
It really. And
That's
when you
how-
post her on like your stories and stuff. And that's why I say all the time, like that cat was like a goddamn model.
Dude, early on when I first got Paulo, like in his first year, I was like, man, I don't like you, cat, but you are photogenic, because he was doing all those weird,
Oh, he used to
like,
contort himself.
growing poses, sleeping like a psychopath. Like, are you really doing that? Like, yeah, he's asleep, like,
Yeah,
you know,
like in the shape of
splayed out in a Z shape. Yeah,
In a swastika shape.
Yeah, like
You're like, Paulo, no.
yeah. I'm shaving that mustache.
it's too far.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's such a big, lanky cat, too.
yeah.
He's an odd fella. And he runs the streets, from what I can tell.
I think he's a huge wuss, actually.
I don't
but-
know. He was camped out on that porch. I took a
He
picture of a
was.
cat.
Yeah, where was
Yeah.
that?
That was on Beaver.
I thought it was on Beaver.
Yeah, so basically just on the other side of
Yeah,
your street.
yeah,
Just right there. It's not too far, but
yeah.
I took a picture and I was like,
It's
huh.
a little ways though.
Yeah, a little ways. And he was just on the porch like he's there all the time. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I bet he's getting a little catnip or something around here.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's got a
Yeah.
lady.
Somebody posted a thing in the Beaverdale page that wasn't it wasn't like it was kind of a keep your cats inside sort of thing. It's not against the law, it's allowed. It's part of the deal. But they're like,
Toll's
please,
covering his legal tracks
like
here.
a cat comes over and bothers my little inside cats.
Oh, I've seen posts like
Yeah.
that. In any neighborhood app, that's half the post
Yeah.
is your pet is
all
angering my
cats.
pet from the outside.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Right. Like, I guess there's cat repellent you can buy.
Really?
Yeah. Cat. Someone recommended that to them. Or just fucking deal with it, you losers.
Yeah. Just curb cologne.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably the best part of your cat's day is when another cat comes and they can meow at each other and
Yeah.
not listen to you.
Yeah. It's like when they see a squirrel or a chipmunk, they go,
Yeah.
that's a,
Yeah.
it's just like that. They all do that.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's like Popeye.
Are you joking? You're like,
Yeah.
okay, kitty.
That
Well, that's what
inner-
makes me believe that the
that
meow
inner
is
killer.
Yeah, like that voice, that little thing they do. I was like, oh, the meow is just for us.
The meow is they
Yeah.
they think they learned that babies making that sound get what they want. So cats. Then when you have a baby, you're like, damn, sounds like a cat, kind of. Yeah.
I'm gonna try that in my life. I'm gonna be like,
Yeah. Meow.
meow.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna sun myself on someone's porch and go lick my own asshole.
Yes. Yes. Hell yeah.
Good work, AJ.
I give you whatever you wanted.
22 minutes in, and you talked about licking your asshole. Good job, buddy.
Google AI says that cats do that little chatter for several reasons. They do the Popeye. If they're frustrated, if they see prey that they're unable to get to, they'll get. That's kind of them being pissed off, or they'll do it to mimic like animals to try and just catch animals' attention. But
Oh yeah, because it is kind of a squirrely sound.
Yeah, like
It
a
is.
little chipmunk noise.
Squirrels are not unbothered by cats. They don't. I think they are fully aware that they've got the upper hand there for the most part.
yeah,
They have the agility on them, probably.
Yeah.
there's probably. I bet if Paulo were to really try, he probably could catch a.
He brought
squirrel
in a
slipping.
full-size rabbit.
Yeah.
while AJ and I were podcasting one
It was
time,
the size of a bowling ball bag.
and it was when he was like a year old. Yeah,
It was huge.
and we were like, "What the fuck?" You're like, yeah,
Well, and like it had no whites of its eyes. It was so scared. You could
Yeah.
tell it was like its life was flashing
Yeah.
before its little
Full
rabbit's
adrenaline.
eyes.
and then I saw you don't see a house cat in a full-blown sprint that often, but he set that rabbit down. The rabbit went, "Phew!" and Paulo was like cheetah style down the street. It's like, damn.
And it does just look like a little Cheeto.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I don't know if my cat can do that.
I think it's fucked up.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
she doesn't have that killer, that dog in her.
Speaking of, I keep wanting to write I don't know if it's a joke, but so I go east in Iowa frequently, and in Des Moines we have red squirrels, reddish brown squirrels. In Iowa City they have mostly gray squirrels, and in Davenport most of the squirrels you see are pitch fucking black. Isn't that bizarre? Like, you wouldn't think that in a 180-mile radius there'd be that much difference in local squirrels.
There's 3 different tribes of squirrels.
Yeah,
and
it's crazy.
They keep things tight.
Yeah.
And we all know which one the squirrel cops are the meanest to. I can just see like squirrels with little hats.
I have seen an albino squirrel in Ames too.
I've seen a
straight
couple white squirrels,
Yeah.
like a completely.
Yep.
Yeah, that's unnerving.
Yeah.
It is crazy to see. I saw one with just a white tail also. Yeah.
Squirrel time with Toll.
Hey, I just find it's fucking fascinating
It is
that
fascinating.
3 towns in Iowa have 3 different colored squirrels. It's just
Yeah.
fucking weird as shit.
Yeah, like the weird little variation.
Yeah, and that they don't intermingle, and like they stay so close to their own area that they aren't intermingling. Like, squirrels aren't jumping on cars and ending up in Des Moines or whatever.
Yeah, or just slowly over
Can't
time
they
breeding enough.
I
to
guarantee
become-
they could.
cross over?
Yeah.
I guarantee it. That's what makes it so interesting to me. Is
Yeah.
that they have to all be essentially the same species, I imagine.
How does a squirrel get from town to town? You know what I mean? Like, how did the squirrel get there?
Yeah,
Like,
and you come to find the reason there's so many is that squirrels were introduced into Central Park in New York, or maybe it wasn't New York, some city
I think
for
that's
the
right.
for people's entertainment essentially, and they were almost domesticated.
Yeah.
So they're just there. It's like, what the? So there weren't squirrels in America before that? I don't know if that's
There
true or
were,
not,
but not over there. I
yeah,
think.
not in the way that they are now.
Yeah. I remember that.
Pretty crazy, and they are pretty entertaining to watch. A
yeah,
squirrel.
I don't mind a squirrel.
Yeah.
Shit.
And now
Especially
there's-
up in my place, I get a pretty good look at the tree, so I can see them humping each other.
Yeah.
And, like shaking a branch.
Oh, and squirrels will fuck with cats and dogs.
Yeah.
Being
Oh,
up
they
in the
love
tree,
it.
be like,
Yeah. You
making
can't
weird
get
sounds.
me.
They love
Yeah.
taunting
Yeah.
cats and dogs.
Yep. And then they can get cats to go up in the tree and then be like, "Oh shit, what am I
I'm
doing up here?"
afraid.
Yes, yeah. Like, gotcha, bitch. So, anyway, yeah, that was squirrel talk, I guess.
I like squirrel talk.
Mhm.
Well, keep us abreast of any.
I will tell you, because seeing the pitch
breaking
black
squirrels.
Davenport squirrels is fucking crazy. Like, they're gray.
Evil
It's like,
squirrels.
yeah,
Mm.
it's bananas.
You roll down your window, you're like, you wouldn't believe what color squirrels we got.
Yeah.
Yeah, we kind of have like a cherry red kind of squirrel around here, an auburn
Yeah.
kind of squirrel.
Yep. And I have to assume they're all variations of the same kind of squirrel.
Yeah, I mean, I have to imagine they can
You ever seen the
breed.
What if they were giant squirrels?
have you ever seen the giant Indian rainbow colored squirrel? That seems like it's fake, and then you Google it and you're like, are you fucking serious?
Even just the string of words. You
Yeah, yeah. Giant
Giant
Indian squirrel. I'm gonna Google
Indian
it right now
rainbow
just for
squirrel.
AJ.
Looks like Alex's shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind
That's
of
the name of this shirt.
Actually, it looks similar colors to that.
Does it look like an oil, spot when like the
Yeah,
light-
iridescent.
Yeah,
I'm gonna Google that.
because there's some reptiles. I
Look at
think,
this
that have
some
that.
bitch. Oh, that's not a very colorful. There we go.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. You can't see that, folks, but
They're Googling it at home right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Malabar giant squirrel,
Yep.
multicolored rodent. Yeah, I remember reading a paper about that in school one time, where it's like basically the gist of the paper, because I think it was almost like
Isn't
a
that crazy?
thesis, was like having a fluffy tail get you pretty far in life, because it's basically just a rat.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
Minus
use
the
it to
tail, you,
balance.
like, kill
you
it
know?
with fire.
Yeah, but if they're just a little bit cuter. Whereas like if you saw a rat in a tree, yapping at your cat, you'd be like, we got to kill these
Yeah.
fuckers.
yes, yes. One time when I was
tree
working
rats.
at,
That'd be
Oh my
crazy.
tree rats! Oh my god!
But it's a squirrel. You're
Yeah.
like, that's kind of cute.
Oh, look at that fucking guy.
when I was working at Earl May in the greenhouse one time.
Oh, boy.
So we go back there and we see this giant fucking hairless tail, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "There was a giant rat in the greenhouse, a giant fucking rat." And you're like, "Wait." I was like, "Yeah, its tail was like 2 feet long." And we're like, it was a fucking possum. Duh.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah. But I was
They
like,
look
you
like
see a
giant-
hairless tail. I was like, whoa. And possums look like giant rats also.
Yeah.
But just me being
See
dumb.
that big naked tail
Yeah.
flapping around. Was it just like under the door?
It was, and we like poked and then went zoop, and you're like, oh shit. Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
Yikes!
yeah.
Big yikes!
One time we had a possum playing dead in my garage next to a spilled open bag of garbage. And it was laying there with its mouth open. We're like, whoa, is it playing dead or not?
Stick your finger in its mouth.
Well, we did. We poked it with a broom. And I went, made the scariest goddamn face you've ever seen. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, got long
Yeah.
snout with like a million
Yeah.
teeth in it. You're like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yep.
But they're good for the environment, I hear.
They eat ticks. They're immune to lots of poisons. And they don't.
With a face like that, you gotta
yeah,
be.
Yeah. They don't, and they only live like 3 years, I read once, which is pretty nutty.
Yeah.
You ever
that's
seen that
strange.
crazy old lady on YouTube that has all these possums?
I don't think so.
That makes them like actually look super cute because she's like, look at my baby.
Oh, I
blah, blah, blah.
have.
Yeah.
Like a cleaned up possum that's being nice. It's kind of cute.
It's cute. Yeah.
But usually they're covered in filth and
Yeah.
making scary noises,
Yeah.
whipping their rat tail at you.
I think Shiloh's head popped up. And like, exotic pet? Possum made cute, you said? They are. I mean, yeah. Even Mo Alexander, a lovely comedian, he came and headlined for our Juneteenth shows this past go around, and he was sort of famously had a pet possum.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It was kind of, I think it was sort of one of his viral things.
Oh, nice.
Like people saw him with the possum, and it all kind of correlated with the stand-up and shit.
That's cool.
Mo Alexander, check him out. Very funny guy. But he did have a
do.
pet possum.
Nice. But a lot of the TikToks I see, maybe I don't know which version, Reels or Facebook Reels or Insta Reels or TikTok, but seeing people with these crazy ass exotic pets, like this can't be. Where is this? How are you allowed to? Or a lot of people
Yeah.
with pet raccoons. You see that all the time.
I love a raccoon. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't want to necessarily meet one in a back alley, but they look cute. They look like little robbers. They have
Yeah.
the little
The little
hands.
hands.
Yeah.
The little jazz hands all the time. Adorable.
Yeah, they are.
They're always getting into trouble.
Yeah.
Come on.
Little trash panda.
See people with ocelots, like the 90-pound cat or the
Oh,
it's like 60
yeah.
pounds.
I see that too, and I'm like, what a horrible idea.
And then you hear it meow, it's like, oh, or like,
and it hisses.
Yeah.
And it has, I mean,
Yeah.
it has legit paws.
And
I'm
then
sure
if
they're
you-
declawed or something.
If you Google it, it's like, yeah, you can get them, but I wouldn't recommend it.
You got to feed them like
Yeah.
30 pounds of raw chicken a day.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
Ocelots don't want to eat. Ocelots want to hunt.
Oh, I know.
But yeah.
That was
It'd be awesome, though. I mean, it would be fucking fun. If you could get a house cat, like, that's why I wanted a Maine Coon so bad. Remember
Yeah.
when we went Maine Coon shopping? They were all angry
was
and
last
they all
weekend.
had cat AIDS. Yeah.
They all get it.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. They all had dirty cat dicks.
Yeah. They all, I'm at a shelter. I mean, it's HIV, but for cats.
It's like
Feline.
FIV
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something. Yeah,
So I
Cats
shouldn't
need to
call
wrap it
cat
up, you know?
AIDS, I guess.
I guess so.
But yeah. And none of them were cool. But you see that one every once in a while, that gigantic Maine Coon.
yeah,
Like,
where it's like this long.
could have been me.
Could have been me.
Mhm.
Could have been a contender.
Yep.
All I got is this dumb baby.
Can't stretch her out at all.
She has almost no claw.
Yeah.
I hear their little nails are sharp.
They are sharp as
Oh,
hell.
yeah. Razors, little razors.
She's getting better. Now she can put her hands in her mouth instead of just scratching her own face, which is good.
Mm-hmm.
Does she just do it for fun, kind of?
Yeah.
Just like sucking her fingers
Yeah.
and stuff.
Loves it. She's more trying to do whole hand at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, trying to get whole hand in her mouth. And I'm refraining from making a horrible joke.
I had like,
yeah.
I was like, it's his daughter.
Yeah, I know. I was like, it's my daughter. Don't fucking say that shit. Yeah.
It's a baby.
yeah.
That's exactly why she should be trashed on the podcast. She won't know.
Yeah.
It's the perfect crime. I remember when Zipper, my hamster, I've talked about him before, famously. I remember when he first died. I don't think it was an ocelot, but I think like serval cats, or there's like certain types of cats that it's like in an exotic pet license type of situation. But I remember being on like a GeoCities type of website, like where you could buy, it's right next to the hovercraft and everything else that you can buy online. But I remember being like, Mom, I think the only thing that can help me get through this is if we get a 75-pound, 4.5 foot tall.
More sniffs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A serval cat. And the best part, my mom was like, maybe. I was like, Mom, you're all right with me, man.
Oh, damn.
Really?
Yeah. Speaking of, your mom, I got a fake friend request from a hacked account of your mom's.
My mom loves to get hacked. It's a family tradition.
Yeah. It seems to be.
Let me bring Exhibit A, Your Honor.
That was only $5,000.
Yeah, $5,000 for a serval cat.
Yep.
Comes with a free Ford F-150.
Wow.
Yes, I love this truck. Me and my truck.
I feel like everywhere I go now, all I see is white Ford F-150s.
Brandon Ream just bought one.
Yep.
I know. I was gonna tag AJ and be like, "Oh, you're gonna be so mad right now."
Looks nice.
His price
looks nice.
Yeah.
Must be nice, Brandon.
Must be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yep. I see trucks everywhere now. I see them in the clouds. Every cloud looks like a F-150. 2013 Ford F-150. Yeah.
You ever had any weird pets, Alex?
Weird pets. I had a salamander.
Okay. I had a newt at one time.
Oh, it was a newt. It was a fire belly newt.
That's a salamander, though.
Yeah, it was.
Or is it like potato with newt and salamander?
Newt is like a type of salamander, I guess. It's in the salamander.
They're amphibious.
Yeah.
It's like bonobos versus chimp.
Mm.
Or I think
yeah, I suppose that's because
I think a bonobo is a type of chimpanzee or something like
it
that.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good analogy, AJ.
Yeah.
You did it, buddy.
Yeah. I had those iguanas for a minute, an iguana. And then I tried to take it out of its cage and it ran away and I grabbed its tail and its fucking tail came off.
Of course. The classic
And then
iguana owner
holding
tail.
the wiggling tail in my hands, which was the most disgusting thing that ever happened to me at that time.
Oh, it was still like
Yeah. And then I caught it and I put it back in its cage. And I told this on the pre-video podcast, but many days passed and I was like, damn, this guy really doesn't eat very much. And then a couple of weeks passed, and I was like, Jesus, man, this guy is just still chilling on his heating rock, not doing anything. I know he's stressed out, so I don't want to fuck with him.
Yeah. I don't want to bring it up.
Yeah, and then I finally was like, I need to check this guy out. And I pulled him out of his cage, and he is hard as a fucking rock. Like a brick, dude. I could have just put him on a shelf. Yeah. I was like, I don't know how he's not rotting or anything, but...
It's like beef jerky.
He wasn't doing great. Yeah.
Iguana jerky.
Yeah.
Where once an iguana was.
Yeah.
I mean,
What was its name?
Did I give him a name? I don't know.
I just love the thought, Brad. Like, I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to annoy him.
Yeah. Stressed out on his heating rock. Yeah. And he was sitting there looking out in this perfect pose. I'm like, I think he's doing all right. Yeah.
It's all right to me.
I mean, he looks fine. He looks good. I don't want anything else to snap off of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-mm.
That is a weird experience, though. A whipping ass iguana tail.
Yeah.
That
Wow.
is crazy. Truly an experience.
Yeah, my brother had one in college, and then he moved, and they couldn't have it, so it ended up sitting in my parents' house. You know, one of those scenarios that everyone loved.
Yeah.
And we're all over there for Thanksgiving, and like we're all like, "Oh, the iguana." Like my cousin's like, "Can I get it out?" We're like, yeah, who cares? And down it goes.
Yeah.
Snap. Tail goes.
Yep.
It runs. The tail hits the ground. It's just going, and we're all like, ah! Like it's so shocking.
Yeah, it is shocking.
Murray was that iguana's name.
Oh, okay. Was he big? Mine was a little
He was
baby
pretty
guy.
decent size by
Yeah.
that point. Yeah.
Well, I had a neighbor, like apparently once they become adults, they can become so accustomed to just eating one thing. Like you can basically, like if you have an
Kinda like
iguana
me.
that eats ice cream,
Yeah.
you can just be like,
Right.
this iguana only eats ice cream. That's all he wants. And he just eats fucking ice cream. And that's, yeah.
And this iguana's name is Toll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes we give him crunch berries also.
Yeah.
When
Sometimes
he's trying to lose weight.
Yeah. The vet said we need to make him lose some weight.
Yeah,
We got him on wheat
Yeah.
thins.
yeah. That's
They're cool though. I mean, I always thought bearded dragons were really cool. Like,
Yeah.
every time I've been at a pet store, they're always like proudly on a rock.
What are?
Bearded dragons. They got
Oh yeah. I want nothing to do with any of those things.
Well, I like to. It's cool if people have them, and I'd like people to be able to have them.
Yes, I agree
There's a
with that.
level of care involved that I am not about anymore.
And then you're like, how long do these things live? And it's like it's either like 2 years or 310 years.
Yeah,
like a tortoise. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I dated a reptile girl for a while.
I'm sure you did.
It always seems like a good idea. They have one of those big like drug rug tapestries on the wall
Of course.
above their bed. And
Smells like
stuff.
incense
Yeah.
everywhere. There's tapestries.
Incense and shit.
Yeah, incense and like
Yeah.
BO a little.
Yeah.
You're like, I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna date you for a while.
Mhm.
I remember.
Oh, you let your bearded dragon chew on your armpit hair. I see.
Yeah. It's the only thing he likes.
That's all he eats.
Yeah.
It puts him right to sleep.
Yeah, I remember this, like our second date. This was in Ames. We went to a froyo place, and she had the iguana with her. Her iguana was like this long.
Yeah.
With the tail. I mean, he was about the size of like a Mountain Dew bottle.
Right.
Like the torso.
Dave knows what we're
Yeah,
talking
he's like,
about.
okay, now I can wrap my head around this. But they kicked us out of the froyo place because they're like, you can't have an iguana in here. And then so we went and hung out at Walmart, and they were basically like the same thing. They're like, yeah, you can't just like bring reptiles into Walmarts.
Yeah.
Show me in the
Yeah.
rules where it says I
Yeah.
can't do that.
Yeah. But she had yoga pants
She
on,
needed to
so
give
I
it a
was
little.
distracted.
She needed a little service animal vest on that thing.
Yeah, I think eventually she
Then she'd be
kinda-
like, "Try it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his tail had already shot off.
Okay.
I think like her little brother had like grabbed it, and so he had.
How long does that take to regenerate?
Quite.
I was with her
About
for
an
a
hour
year.
and a half. You're like, wow.
I was with her for
Snap it off
a
every
couple
day.
of years, and it like just
Yeah, I
feel
think
like
it's
this
very
much,
incrementally. Just,
Yeah.
like just a little
Yeah.
like a little pink nub came out of it,
Yeah.
like slowly over time. But
Interesting.
yeah, she was interesting. She got me a snake. I think pardon me if I've told this story before. She got me a black Mexican. Oh, it's your vape. That's what it
it took me a while to figure that out too. I'm like, time's up. Time's up.
It's mine.
Oh, it sounds like feedback
Beep.
almost. For
Yeah,
a second.
it goes beep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I thought I was going crazy at first, and then I realized.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah. AJ's
doing
production's really
that?
going
Yeah.
downhill. Wow.
We got a little loose wire.
But she got me a black Mexican king snake. It wasn't very big or long, maybe like this long, that big around, but big enough. And I thought it was actually kind of cool because I'd never had a reptile.
Yeah.
And then I promptly left the lid off of it after doing a gravity bong one night. And it got out, and we never it was in an apartment building.
Yeah.
Never found it. I was like,
Oh,
that
man.
thing's 30 feet long, living in the walls.
Yeah.
That's what fucking Florida is full of huge pythons because they're all pets. They're all
ball
and now they
pythons.
breed and yeah.
Yeah, a couple got loose.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah, that's
And
a lot of stuff.
lionfish, same deal.
Is lionfish the fish from Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo?
Yep.
Nice.
Even though they call it something that's like supposed to be super rare,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
like
a
even rare,
lionfish. Yeah.
I just remember it's in the
Naked
blender.
Gun also. There's
Oh, yeah.
I just remember he's like, he has
That was
to
like a
fix the saltwater tank.
Yeah.
And he has it like in a big like ninja chop blender.
yeah.
And then the guy who plays the guy from the
The
Mummy,
Egyptian guy, yeah, from the
whatever.
Mummy.
He fucking whatever. He accidentally turns on the blender, then he takes a drink out of it. He's
Yeah.
like, spicy.
real comedy there.
yeah.
Yeah. Everybody fucking loved Rob Schneider was going places with Deuce Bigelow.
Deuce Bigelow. I mean, in my life,
They made a
was
set
big
Deuce
hit.
Bigelow European Gigolo. There's a second movie.
Yes, with Eddie Griffin, I believe.
Yeah. That
Yep.
was-
So if you're wondering where my humor came from, it's works of
There's
art.
a lot
like
of
that.
things. A lot of things in Deuce Bigelow. In fact, most of Deuce Bigelow, they'd be like, "You can't fucking do that now."
Oh, I mean, almost nothing. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a huge bitch. Like, nope.
Yeah.
Off the table.
Yeah. I love when he's rubbing her feet and her foot's like this.
yeah.
Calling
yeah.
us.
Mhm.
Rubbing her chest. Yeah.
And then just the male prostitute just had to fix all the women,
Yeah.
and then they were okay.
He had to fix him with his penis and his love. Yeah, I mean, this new era of comedy kind of spelled the end for the likes of Rob. You know?
Oh, Rob Schneider keeps doing dumber and dumber shit too.
Yeah.
So
But for a time, I mean, all those voices and kind
Oh,
of characters,
yeah.
I mean, it was, you know.
making copies.
There's like there's probably a 20-year period where unstoppable.
Yeah.
SNL into all those Sandler movies.
Yeah. Hot Chick, too, I think was one
Uh-huh.
of them. Yeah.
The Animal.
Rob Schneider
Is
is
the Animal
the
one?
stapler. Remember that in South
Yeah, the
Park?
Animal.
yeah.
Yeah, I believe it's Animal.
Yeah, the animal.
he
He, gets
becomes-
put back together with all the animal parts.
Yeah, and that's then South Park did the. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Good times.
Hot chick. Whenever a man is a woman in a movie, they have superhuman strength. They don't just have normal man
yeah,
strength.
I know.
They have superhuman strength. I'm like, it's still Rob Schneider. He's still only 5'3". He's not fucking knocking women through walls with a pillow.
Right.
But he's doing it in the movie.
Because he's a man, you see.
He's a man that used to be a woman. Yeah.
Throwing people
Yeah.
through plate glass windows like, across the street.
Yeah. Like, yeah. That's always
Yeah, I never
it.
thought
White
about that.
chicks.
That is
same
true.
thing. They have like superhuman strength. Yep.
It was I mean, it's like the old lady giving the middle finger in a movie
Yeah.
or something. Or like, yeah, you have a chimpanzee driving
Yeah.
or something. You know, these are classic bits.
Tropes.
Yeah.
Tropes.
Got to have them because they always work.
Yes, that is correct.
Time's up.
Yep. All right, podcast over. Yeah, what's the flavor today? Flavor of the week.
Blackberry Bebop.
Oh.
Not for, it says specifically not for kids.
You're like, Meryl, nice try.
yeah.
Everly, you can have one.
yeah. Yep.
Oh, want to hear something funny?
I would
Yep.
love to.
You guys are cool with that?
We'll let it
When we're
slide.
doing all the paperwork, getting the dog, they're like, okay, now we have to like read all these things to you. You know, we have to literally tell you. Like,
Yeah.
And one of the things was, don't eat the pet.
Ah, yes.
Like,
I
of
wonder if
course.
that's new.
Of course.
They had to put it's a handwritten at the bottom. They had to add it to all of their forms. Oh man.
Don't eat the.
And I
You still have
felt,
to pay some money though. It's not like it would be cheap to eat adopted pets.
oh no.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
like $100.
fire sale weekend
Yeah.
at the so it was cheap today.
Oh,
but
nice.
usually it's like $400-500.
Yeah.
to adopt.
Yeah.
Wow.
Depending on the pet, dogs at least. Cats are like a dime a
Cats
dozen.
are like $90.
Yeah.
But then they have the sale thing all the time. Too many cats, it's only $30. That's what old Space Ghost was, I think, $30
Yeah.
They're
at
like,
the Black
if
Cat
you don't buy them,
adoption.
we're gonna incinerate them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone's
Come
gonna
on
eat 'em.
down.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's gonna be the ARL barbecue
Yeah.
next weekend.
You can't eat them, but we're going to if you don't adopt them. yeah.
When we were there, like there's a refugee family there. Got a cat, and they put it in a box, like you know those like if you don't have an actual crate. It's like a big cardboard box.
Yeah, with the handle.
And they're all standing there with this cat in a box, and all I can hear in my brain is they're eating the cats,
They're eating the
they're eating the
dog.
dogs, and I'm like, Jesus.
Like, you didn't have to put him in the little Chinese to-go container. Like the little red
Cardboard
building on the
box
side.
with the metal handle. Yeah. Like, oh wow.
Yeah, they put it in one of those like styrofoam clam shells. Or
I don't eat this. I kind of think I should eat this.
I mean, it came with mashed potatoes and gravy.
Why is it? Why are there reheating instructions?
They're eating the dogs. Was that about what? Was that Haitian?
Haitian that are here legally.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Also,
Oh my god.
Also, I don't want to be out of line here, but like I would try dog. You know?
I don't.
I couldn't.
The
I
whole
could not.
stigma between that you can eat cows and pigs and chickens, but not cats or dogs. I get that it's like a gross idea, but if that's all you got, go ahead. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, like I don't judge.
Be
another
nice
culture.
to them.
Yeah, I get it, but
Yeah.
you know.
Some of these dogs look pretty delicious. like a
yeah.
meaty like pit bull. You're like, I bet that'd be a
Yeah.
nice little like
I mean,
dog steak.
yeah, especially if it's like part of your culture. I don't know if it, I don't think it's part of any cultures anymore. Technically, there's
No.
but
No, I mean there's
know.
still countries that absolutely eat dogs.
yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
it's an
even,
economic.
Well, no, not even that. I mean, the Netherlands, they eat dogs and horses.
Oh.
we pretend we don't eat horse, but
Wink.
yeah, you
I
ever,
mean,
had,
I've seen
you ever had a
horses-
chicken nugget before? You know what I'm saying?
And I know in
I
South
should call
America,
them chicken.
they
I
eat.
can't even say that. Never mind.
Some countries eat guinea pigs, and I'm like, guinea
Oh,
pigs look
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
delicious. They
In
look like
Peru, it's
Yeah.
like guinea pig is.
I've
straight
seen
up
it. Yeah, I've seen that on
normal.
cooking shows, and they'll be like,
don't
"All
look
right,
bad.
let's fry them up," and they turn around to a cage, and
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
"Are you kidding me?"
I remember.
"Oh, yeah."
I won't drop any names, but a while back, a friend of mine seemed very sad, and I was drunk, and this was years ago, and he tells me, I'm like, why so blue, boogaloo or whatever, you know what I said?
That's how he always opens.
Yeah, why so
Yeah,
blue?
classic.
He's like, oh, the neighbor's dog ate all our guinea pigs, and I was like, and he was like, no, seriously, and I was like, oh.
Oh, you mean your guinea pig?
Yeah. I was like, I didn't realize you had, how many guinea pigs did you have? He's like 80 or whatever. I was like,
What?
oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
80?
Yeah. Like a guinea pig home apartment building.
Wow.
Like with the,
And some dog just cleaned
tore
house.
them all up. Yeah. I think some lived, but it was like a massacre. It was a real Kruger.
Oh,
Yeah, and I had laughed. I laughed super hard when he said that because it seemed like such an unlikely thing to have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
happened.
you weren't expecting that.
Yeah,
well, I don't think I don't know if you mentioned, but he's a comedian
Yes,
as well.
yeah.
So it's like it would seem like something you
Yeah,
almost
that's-
be setting someone up
Yeah.
for. Where it's like, someone broke in and ate.
80 odd guinea pigs.
yeah,
You're like,
In the guinea
I'm sorry,
pig
what?
in the guinea pig sphere.
yeah.
Or whatever.
damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be quite the crime scene too.
Yeah.
Ooh, they are thick and juicy though.
I would eat a guinea pig right now.
Yeah, yeah, they look all right.
It's hard not to eat
Dip
the baby.
that thing in
you know?
batter. Yeah.
Sarah comes home and you're like dipping Meryl in batter.
I know I shouldn't do this, but oh boy.
They are so.
Look at
there-
those little toes.
Yeah.
There's a name for the word for when something is so cute you want to like bite it.
Yeah,
you
like
want to like
cuteness
yeah,
aggression or
like,
something.
"Ah," yeah.
You just want to bite their chunky little leg.
Yeah.
Babies get those little Michelin arms. You're like, I'm gonna take the biggest
Yeah.
bite out of that arm. It won't even hurt.
Yes.
They'll grow right back, I think.
Yeah.
I have to do this.
Has she started getting those little like chunky arms?
Man, everybody keeps commenting on how long our baby is. You got a long baby. You got a big hot dog baby. But yeah, no, I mean she's growing like crazy, but just lengthy. She's a long baby.
She's gonna be a tall girl, maybe.
Maybe
I mean, Joe Ellen was a tall.
my mom was taller, as tall as me when she was young, 6'2" ish.
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'll be looking up.
And I
at
said,
Meryl.
fucking, I joked early on. I was like, I'm glad I'm having a girl, so I don't have to worry about sports. And then fucking Caitlin Clark had to ruin everything.
Meryl's gonna be
Yeah, and she's gonna be a
Ruined everything.
big baby.
Yeah.
And Sarah's family's very athletic, and I was decent.
swimmer
Ish.
body.
Yeah. Played multiple sports mediocrely,
Yes, sir.
and a couple pretty well.
Pretty famously.
Yeah,
No.
and yeah. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We'll see. It also changes the way you look at Instagram hoochie mamas and all that stuff.
Oh boy, here we
Oh,
go.
boy.
Like
It's
having
just
your
a-
own daughter.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, my daughter won't be doing something. Like
Yeah.
Ain't no way.
Well, I mean, I'm okay if she does, but just I hope it's not, Yeah, I hope it's not going to Johnny, whatever his name is, Island in wherever.
Johnny Sins.
Thank you. Yeah, Johnny Sins.
What?
Being like, up in my OnlyFans. It's a Johnny
Johnny
Sins
Sins have an
mansion.
island?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, but
All right.
yeah.
Johnny Sins.
And I hope my daughter doesn't talk like that. Also,
That would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Just apropos of nothing.
she just does my exact impression of whenever I talk like women.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Valley Girl. Oh my God.
Hey, Dad.
Fuck you, Dad.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I actually had a little note about that. There was a, let me pull it up. It was a story. Fuck it, whatever. It was a story about this. It's true. This son operates the camera for his mom's OnlyFans.
Dude, Sarah was telling me that Adriana from fucking Sopranos, I forget her real, Drea De Matteo.
That's right.
Her kids, like her daughter edits and one of them films, and she has like sex with women on it, and it's like, I feel like that can't be real healthy for your kids, you know?
It's very European.
Yeah.
It's very Euro.
Like, you're doing it. Your kids are doing it. Imagine if it was the opposite way. Like, hey, I'm just her dad. I edit her pornos.
Or your
No
son
big
tells
deal.
your son,
Yeah.
hey, I'm gonna do a whack off scene. Get in here.
Yeah.
Hold the camera.
Fluff me up, son. Let's
Yeah.
get this going.
Time to prep the bowl.
Yeah. Like, it just is kind of horrifying. And apparently, old
My parents didn't even have like a birds and bees talk with me. I
Yeah.
can't imagine my dad being like, I'm going to need you to get the behind the ball shot of the ball slapping asshole shot.
yeah.
Make sure it's in focus.
Yes. Son, last time it wasn't in focus.
and put the saran wrap on the camera this time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I can only hope to be that close with, my parents someday, you know what I'm saying?
Mom, I'm going to need you to edit this. Yeah.
Mom, I'm gaping on the internet.
Could use a hand here.
Yes.
Got my hands full.
Yeah. How do you think that pool table paid for? You like that car you're driving? That's how.
You do see a lot of really just young, attractive people, and they're like, "This is my car," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, that car costs $200,000." It makes it.
I'm more of a
disappointing.
grizzly bear sweatshirt. kind of
Yeah, I'm
guy.
more of a get and go sweatshirt kind of guy. A 12-year-old Fiat kind of guy. Living in a 100-year-old house.
Yeah. Registration,
Yeah.
roughly 100 years old as well.
Yeah, yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. More of an unregistered 12-year-old Fiat kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where, not that there's a bit of a through line here, but that NIL deal stuff where I saw some people basically debating back and forth about like it was like some hot young college ladies were doing OnlyFans type stuff but they were like athletes as well.
Yeah.
And they were making money off the OnlyFans and basically just like sort of Sports Illustrated type stuff. They weren't going like fully nude, but people were like, oh, they're
Sure.
objectifying themselves to make the money. And I'm like, you're only hot like that for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Given the option.
Yes. I was hot for roughly 8 months of my entire life. If I would have cashed in on that, I could have been driving a $200,000 car.
You could be driving a Ford F-150 right now.
I would love to be driving a Ford F-150 right now. I wouldn't even needed the scam. I would have bought it outright.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's one of, I ain't mad at it.
No.
No.
I say go for it.
Yeah. do what you.
It seems like
You
there's
know?
more autonomy in the OnlyFans side, at least.
There
where
absolutely
the
is.
porno industry
Yeah.
seems to be
I assume, yeah.
like, I mean, the casting couch thing is a meme for a reason.
Yeah.
You have to imagine there's a lot of that bullshit going on. So, I guess I'm for it.
Yeah, do to each their own, I guess.
I've done a little supporting myself.
It's crazy. Yeah, exactly.
I've paid. For
I'm a feminist. Yeah.
I've paid for a few dental hygienist degrees. Anyway,
Yeah. All right. I gotta pee.
have you ever heard of Skinny Girl, like the drink?
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't one of the housewives make that?
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was the real famous one, right?
Yeah, one of them. One of the early ones.
Yeah. Sarah loves the housewives.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is
It's,
it still going?
Skinny Girl?
You think?
Or
Yeah, I
the
want
show?
Skinny Girl specifically.
Oh, yeah.
because I have a story
It's
to
a
do.
huge international brand. It's
Nice.
yeah.
Oh, they had an IPO, did they?
Yeah.
That seems to be the move. I know that's more or less what I think what Conor McGregor did with that Proper 12 shit or whatever,
Yeah.
where
Yeah,
it kind of peaked and he sold it perfectly timing wise, and I think he made like 500 million off of it. But anyway, with Skinny Girl, this is just a fun little story, a little AJ anecdote.
Oh.
Me and an ex when I was living in Ames, not the reptile girl.
Different one. Non-reptilian.
We reconnected, and I remember I showed up, and like the first thing she says is, "We're not gonna have sex tonight, by the way." And I was like, "I'm just here to get to know you. We're trying to restart this whole thing."
Yeah.
And then eventually throughout the night, she was like, "All right, let's have a drink," because it was going well. And all she had was a bottle of that Skinny Girl margarita, like where it's like pre-made margarita.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And we drank the whole thing, got wasted, got back together, had sex, and then woke up the next day and we were like, we gotta break up, man.
You got Skinny Girl.
Yeah, exactly. Where I was like, never again, Skinny Girl.
Got drunk, got back together, had sex, passed out.
Woke up and we're like, we can't do that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. We can't get back together.
Blame it on the Skinny Girl.
Blame it on the Skinny Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just talking about getting drunk and getting back together and then waking up and breaking up again because we were like, why did we get back together?
Yeah.
You ever do anything like that, Toll?
Oh, buddy. I had a whole relationship that was that just was that over and over.
Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, I think I know who this one is.
Yeah.
I've
I
been
would be
slowly
like-
learning a bit.
And then they'd be like, fuck you. See you in 3 weeks. Sounds good. All right. Yeah. It was real healthy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. How was your tinkle?
It's interesting. It was good.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I know Dave said there was some bathroom issues earlier.
Mhm.
Has Matt? Any reports on that?
It was good.
Yeah.
Zippy the lippy.
Zippy, throw away the key.
Yeah.
Toilets on the ceiling now or something. I caught Dave in the Toll and I both caught Dave in the buff today. I didn't tell him it was podcast night. And like he opens the door, steam rolls out, and Dave walks out just in his little skivvies. I was like, whoa.
Hello.
Yeah.
It's Sunday night.
Yeah.
Dave's ready to watch
Didn't give you the
football.
heads up on the people broadcasting from the place you live sometimes.
That's right.
Pretty cool.
Sometimes I don't, I don't always know if he's going to be here.
Mhm.
I didn't expect to catch him in the buff,
Yeah. Yep.
but he was steamy.
Perfect. Perfectly cooked.
That's right.
Oh, Bethany Frankel.
Yes.
Sarah's watching live. That's Bethany Frankel. It created
Oh,
Skinny
Girl.
Yeah.
Nice. Yep, so that's who I'll be suing.
Yeah.
It was a crazy night.
Yeah.
We got fucked up off that Skinny Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What were you drinking?
It's Skinny Girl margarita. It was
Oh,
like the
nice.
pre-made. It was it came in like a bottle this tall, like a
Yeah.
big Grey Goose kind of looking bottle. And we just got fucked up. And it was like, I fucking love you. It was like, I love you too.
One of those.
We're not going to have sex, though.
Yeah.
Okay, babe.
Yeah.
I think we should take it slow. A tale as old as time,
Yeah.
as long as old as rhyme.
Yeah.
Getting super drunk with your ex.
Yeah, we can have. It's not going to be a problem.
Yeah. We're mature now.
Yeah,
We've grown up.
We've
Yeah.
moved past that.
I feel like that was a different me
Yeah.
that first time around. I'm a different guy now.
Yeah.
Yep. Skinny girl checked the lie detector and determined that was a lie.
And you start making the Popeye noises. You're like,
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, it was just so funny to like wake up like, oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
we can't.
Then you iguana tail your penis and get the hell out of there.
That's right.
It'll grow back.
They don't grow back.
Keep it. Yeah.
Had to make a quick escape. Snap my dick off.
That's right.
Good news is I'll have a new one in a couple months. That's not how that works at all.
Yeah, I'm going to Turkey to get one installed.
I saw a video about like, it seemed like it was an advertisement of, hey, take a cool flight to Turkey and get some new hair installed. Look how fun it is over here.
Yeah.
Get some hair, eat some good food. No problem. I saw that must be like a big thing now. Like,
Yeah, Turkey is the like hair transplant destination in the world.
I wonder what the story is behind that.
I think it's something to do with
Shit, the FDA would be like,
Yes.
absolutely not.
Yeah.
yeah.
Turkey's like, oh no, we're good.
Yep. I think it's
Plastic
exactly that.
surgery in South Korea.
Yep. Where like they're just more because we basically as a country let those countries do a lot of that shit first, see what shakes out over the next 10 years, and then bring it over here. It seems to be what we do.
Yeah.
But yeah, Turkey is hair plug central, basically.
Nice.
Trust me, I've looked. So, I was like, how much to Istanbul? All right. AJ's going to come back looking sharp.
The full like pompadour, just like way too
Yeah.
much hair.
Notice anything different? Right. Making your eyes water just looking at me. You're like, whoa. I can see the follicles.
Yeah. Individual
I
follicles.
think they just put his butt cheek on his head.
Yeah. They grafted my pubes.
Took a large portion of my left butt cheek, stapled it onto my forehead, which I think looks pretty good.
Yeah.
I have so much more confidence now.
It's like those Bosley commercials or whatever. Where
Bosley.
It's like the guy jumping in the pool. He's like, I'm not afraid to swim anymore, you know? I used to have, Maury's wigs stay on in the pool. Yeah. My favorite stuff is like the spray paint where it's like fibers, like colored fibers that they can spray in like
You
a
always
bald
can
spot.
clock that on TV.
Yeah.
You see that
4K
shit
TV.
live.
Yeah, you see it. You see it.
When you see it live, it looks like, so you dusted your head today. I
Yeah.
see.
yeah, exactly.
Well done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good smoke and mirrors.
Yeah, you use one of those little stencils and just kind of line it up.
Yeah.
I miss the good old days when I was a kid when certain old men would wear terrible wigs.
Yeah.
You just don't. Very rarely you'd be out and be like, "Wow, a wig!"
Yeah.
Like just
Yeah.
a toupee. They just like this is cool. No one.
I feel like there's a lot
It's a
less,
shade. It's a shade darker and curly for some reason, but this is real.
there's a lot less bald stigma than there used to
Yeah,
be.
that's
Yes.
true.
Bald
yeah.
is beautiful
Yeah.
now.
That's right.
That's what I put in my little hashtag every post I make. Bald is
Yep.
beautiful, whether or not it's relevant. Yeah, no, I mean, thank God, because I would hate to have the Dr. Phil, because that was just kind of the look before you.
Oh yeah,
you'd
dudes
get
in the
plugs,
80s. Yeah.
toupee, or just rock the Dr. Phil, because
Yep.
the most you'd see is maybe someone would buzz it down, but it was pretty rare to see anyone like bick it. It seemed like
Yeah, that was more rare. There's a lot of Dr. Phil's going on in the 80s for sure.
The rim.
The what?
Huh?
Yeah,
the cul-de-sac.
ring around the toilet there. Rocking it. Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, especially if your head's not too oddly shaped or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I said, I've looked into getting my little nub sort of sanded down back here, but other than that, my head's all right. I'm not gonna get I like the nub now.
Yeah.
You guys turned me.
We turned you
on the
around.
nub.
Yeah, I forgot
Yes.
about that discussion.
We'll just get a 2x4 and a hammer, and we can take care of that right after the
Lickety
podcast.
split.
Yeah.
Nice belt sander.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys smell anything?
Yeah, it's like Thanksgiving dinner in here.
Ooh, that's
Speaking of turkeys, yeah.
What? Oh yes. Oh.
We can do Thanksgiving at my new place, perhaps. My new studio apartment. I'll hopefully have someday.
Oh. There's a house on Beaver Avenue for rent.
Really?
I also saw a 3-bedroom house in Beaverdale for $1,900,
That's not
which
bad.
is fucking, if you had some roomies.
Yeah, there's a really cool spot right across from Louis Wine Dive and that Hy-Vee Pharmacy on
Yeah.
University, not far from you.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a sweet old place, and it's not a bad price, but it's 2-bedroom, and I'm like, do I want, like, why would I spend extra if I'm not going to use it kind
Right.
of thing, and I don't want a roomie
Put the Beat
necessarily?
Lab in there.
That's what I thought about, where I was like, oh, well, hookah lounge in this room, I guess.
And like, getting a new roommate
Hookah Lounge.
at your age would be, because like me, I had a
Oh,
roommate
God.
for a very long time, but
Did you?
we had a
More of a domestic partner.
yeah, it was like a
You don't like
symbiotic
labels.
a symbiotic relationship, kind of, where
Yeah.
we learn to,
You stay in the basement, and I
Yeah.
stay everywhere else.
yeah. There you go.
The end.
hmm
Yeah, I think at this point, because this place,
Yeah.
Uh,
Exactly.
this place was this was actually my very first place that was like totally my own.
Yeah.
Because before this, it was the East Side, or it was Johnston.
Player Lair.
The Player Lair, with
Yep.
which was with a friend, and then before that was a lady on the East Side in her basement.
Oh, that's right.
An old
Another
lady.
great story.
Yeah, I was drinking a lot of 2 for $5 Bud Light tall boys back then. Those ones where it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the big tall boys.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like this is
I'd get 2 of those.
24
75
ounce,
Yeah.
or 25 ounce
Yes.
sometimes. Yep, the extra ounce every once in a
I
while.
love them. And
Yeah.
I'd do that, and then a little pastaroni, and I call it a night, baby.
Hell yeah, dude.
Little angel hair pasta.
Yeah. Not taking a lot of solid shits back then.
No, sir.
yeah.
I had a blow up mattress, too.
Yeah.
I was on the strug.
Yeah.
man. Big time struggle bus.
yes.
But yeah, I lived with a girlfriend in Ames, lived with my parents, you know what I mean? So this is my
Yeah.
first place. I have a hard time imagining going back, and unless it was like, a domestic partnership of
Yeah.
some sort, a life partner like you had.
Yeah.
Have you checked in with him at all?
I have not. I should do that.
Let's have him call in
Yeah.
to the pod.
Caller, you're on the air. Shiloh, patch him in.
You heading out?
No,
Yeah, he's had enough.
No. Got a little wipey. So here's a little thing. I got a couple stuffs here. I actually wanted to ask you a little bit about Catholic school at some point. But this is kind of more of an observation, really. Isn't it kind of weird that like our mouths
Oh boy.
get wet almost like a pussy does, but
we were.
but for food? You know what I mean? Like if you want food real bad, it like starts to get wet.
Yeah, it
I'm
prepares
like-
itself.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
what a little whore you are.
My whorish mouth. Just can't wait.
Oh yeah, my mouth is so horny for these
Yeah.
Starbursts.
Yeah, because I brought a bag of Starbursts over
Yeah.
of errant Starbursts
Yeah.
to Toll's house and we eat them, and like, certain ones like I could smell it in my mouth and go,
Yep.
Yeah, and it's like you say how juicy Starbursts are,
Yeah.
and it's not juice. The Starbursts aren't juicy. It's your wet mouth.
my dirty little wet mouth.
Release more juice for the delicious Starburst. They want to enter me.
Yeah.
Yes.
It really
Need to
does.
lube them up for the way
Yeah.
down.
What a naughty boy I've been.
Yes.
How many can I fit in my mouth at once?
I need more juice.
Yeah. It was just the first time I'd ever thought about it that
Yeah.
way, where I was like, I guess it makes sense.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think to get it all wet. It just did it on its own.
Yeah.
Shit.
Couldn't help itself.
The old horny mouth.
Yeah.
For food.
Yeah. At least for me, specifically, that like sour fruity thing
Oh, yeah.
seems to really do it. It really gets the juices going.
Yeah.
So that's something I'm happy I said on the internet today. Catholic school question.
All right.
What is catechism? I hear that word.
Catechism. I don't think that.
Can you use it in a sentence?
No, catechism. That's like if you're going. If it's like you're getting the actual Catholic education. Catechism is like if you're going to be
It's like-
a priest.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Like Catholic college.
Yeah, yeah.
it's like Catholic 101.
as far
sorta.
as that's straight up learning about Catholicism.
Okay. I thought
I think that's right.
it just sounded like a cool kind of metal word, and I always wonder what it was
It's
about.
a catechism.
I might as well Google it.
My heart's a catechism. Sounds like chasm and cat mixed together.
Catechism. That's what my basement is.
While you're looking that up, I'll hit you with another one just to.
It's a summary of the principles of Christian religion in the form of questions and answers used for the instruction of Christians.
Oh, well.
So it's definitely straight up religious.
Okay.
Yeah. So
What is? Because my sister actually has a confirmation name. What is confirmation? Because that's a Catholic thing.
confirmation is where now you're old enough that you basically agree that you're going to be Catholic forever.
You get
It's like getting baptized as a grown, and when you're like 14, it's like
Yeah.
re-upping your baptism,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
and you can pick a confirmation name.
So you picked the confirmation name.
I believe so. Yes,
Did you get confirmed then?
I did.
What was your confirmation name?
It was Anthony.
Anthony.
Maybe it was Francis.
I was
don't
hoping
remember.
it was like Rambo or something.
No, you got to pick a Catholic name.
Oh,
Which Rambo probably actually is a Catholic name, considering it's Italian. But
yes.
I think I picked Anthony.
Okay. And then that's just
For-
that.
and then you go to high school and you're like, religion is fake. This is all stupid. And you go, I don't remember any of this shit. Even though I was in a Catholic high school also, but I was like,
Yeah, 'cause you went to-
I don't know.
Not to out you, you went to
Yeah,
Dowling.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you went to Catholic schools before that. Before
Yeah,
Dowling,
12
too?
years of Catholic school. 13 actually, because I went
Wow.
to kindergarten
Kindergarten.
Catholic also. Yeah,
So did you go to Trinity then?
yeah, Holy Trinity.
Wow.
I think it was more out of convenience.
Yeah, I wanted just because
It's like a block away,
just because right there. Yeah.
which I've considered. We've talked about because it's like, man, Everly goes to school so far away currently because she got registered in West Des Moines, and it was a whole thing.
Right.
Didn't quite know there was a baby coming at the time, you know?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, Catholic school. Yeah. What was I talking about?
The confirmation thing was just something.
Yeah.
I remember my sister getting her confirmation name, and I was kind of jealous. I was like, I want an extra name. What the fuck?
I can pick it too.
Yeah.
I'm also some
This
kids.
gay J bullshit
godfathers.
sucks.
yeah. There's a lot of dumb shit.
Yeah. Is there anything from Catholic school? I mean, obviously, there's like golden rule stuff that I even remember from going to church that I think has been.
When I was going to Catholic school, they were cool. Like we had some nuns, and they were fucking. They were like the coolest ladies around.
Yeah, doing kick
in
flips and
grade
stuff.
school. Yeah, and they were like, these are stories. You know, they're like to teach lessons, basically.
Don't go crazy with
But
these.
then Sarah talks about going to Catholic school in a smaller town. I don't know if she
St.
wanted me
Edmunds.
to. Yeah,
Whoops,
it's
I
St. Ed. And they don't even teach.
Shiloh bleep
They
it.
don't even teach that evolution
Sorry,
is
Sarah.
real. And when she was going to high school, and she's 10 years younger than I am, and they're like,
did-
evolution is bullshit. It's all God. You're like, good Lord. Fucking
Wow.
God.
I remember.
Both of my expletives.
good luck in
involve
college.
God. but yeah. No, and she had to she was like, oh, like stepping into the real world, being like, oh, they made me kind of dumb about certain
Dinosaurs
things.
are real?
Yeah. People didn't live with them? Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I went to
And when
public
I went-
school, obviously.
They were also all about diversity. Like we sang songs. Like we had a whole play about diversity when I was that I starred in. No big deal. Mr. Compton.
Being gay is all right.
I was like, yeah, just accept everyone. Yeah, that was me. They're like, Toll, we're picking you. Yeah. No.
Told the DEI hire.
You want to sing? We live together in a circle of love. This great big world of peace that we're dreaming of. You can do it. Let's do it. We all must do it. Hand in hand across every land. A world of love. A world of peace. Yeah. Don't even worry about it.
I know that shit.
I was Mr. Compton, the principal of the school.
You have a good voice for a
Yeah.
And starring.
That's when that was in
Holt
grade
McRae.
school. And then in high school I was so not a chance.
little too shy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, give up your tap shoes.
Yep.
Hang them up.
Yes, sir. And now I feel like Catholic school isn't quite like that.
Yeah, I wonder. Yeah, I don't know. I guess you always want the other thing, but from the public school perspective, I always thought the uniforms and stuff was kind of nice.
Well, I will give you another Catholic school perspective. Is that so after 8th grade, everybody kind of veered off. Some of us went to Dowling, and some kids went to public school, different public schools. And some of the kids that went to certain public schools, you'd see them after you were in high school for a while, and you'd be like, what the fuck happened to them? Like, are they in a gang now? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
they have a chain wallet.
wearing a Marilyn Manson t-shirt?
Are they
Yeah. Like, what? Do they kill people now?
I think he went to prison.
Yeah. Like, and why are they all so bad at football? We're so good. Because Dowling said they didn't recruit, but they sure fucking did.
Of course.
God wants us to.
Yeah.
God
I
wants
know.
us to play good
It's a
football.
shock. It's a shock. The private school recruiting and still couldn't win a championship till after the year after I graduated, which was highly similar. That's right.
Is there anything? I know you said that the nuns were pretty cool, doing dark slides and kick flipping. And
They were,
shit.
man, one of our 8th grade teachers was a nun. And you know what we did in 8th grade of Catholic school? They'd be like, "Hey, it's another movie day." Be like, "All right, well, you're watching Glory today." Be like, "Holy shit, Glory!" Like, God damn.
Academy Award winning.
Yeah. It was hardcore.
Hell yeah. Is there anything from Catholicism specifically? I guess you would only because you didn't. I got a little taste of both. I went to Catholic church with like my grandparents at times, and then I also went to Lutheran church, and then we went to like sort of just non-denominational too.
Right.
So I got a little flavor of all. Is there
I think
anything?
Lutheran is straight up is Reformed Catholicism because it was when Martin Luther like split off.
It's like cool. It's cool Catholicism,
Yeah.
basically.
Split off. It's a little more chill.
Yeah.
It seemed pretty chill.
Yeah, where Catholicism is pretty not chill.
Yeah, it seems a little more strict.
Yeah.
Almost. I always found like any Catholic wedding I've been to has always been the fucking.
They
worst.
have reduced. They have shrunk them down now to stick within that like hour level. Because if you do the full mass at a Catholic wedding, you're like, oh, and then
We're doing a whole church
like-
Right.
service.
Did Kevin Costner direct it?
Yeah, it's a fucking miserable experience sitting through a Catholic wedding.
I've been through a couple.
Yeah, I've been through very many.
I was in one once.
Yeah, I was in one, my sister's, but it was not the full blown mass.
That's good that they can give the
Yeah.
Redux, or no, I guess Redux is like the longer version. Whatever. Fuck
Yeah.
it. That was confused me
That is confusing.
because Redux sounds like a reduction of the word reduction,
Yes.
but Redux is actually like the director's cut.
Apocalypse Now Redux is like 40 minutes longer than
Correct.
Apocalypse Now.
What a mistake.
Yeah, rarely improves on it. Also,
Yes.
we watched the worst version of Payback. I think you call that Payback.
Yeah,
Redux.
Toll was like,
director's
this
cut.
movie's pretty good.
I
actually,
fucking love
man.
it. And then we watched that, and I was like, sorry.
Yeah. I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nothing really jumps out to you as like something I guess you kept with you post Catholicism. There's no point in me really drawing on this, but I'm just a little curious.
I mean, I had a good time. I enjoyed grade school well enough. What specifically about? We had to take a religion class, and we went to mass on Fridays. And then in high school, mass was also on Fridays, but at school in the gym.
Is there any like vestiges of Catholicism that you feel like are
Guilt,
guilt? Okay, that's what I was kind of wondering. Yeah,
without a doubt,
Yeah.
but hard. And that is really, I don't know how they do it, but it is somehow they put it inside of you and they go, keep this. If you keep anything, keep this.
Make sure it's this.
Yeah. And you go, okay, I guess. And then you don't believe any of that shit, but you have to like
yeah. I'm gonna still
later
hate
in
myself,
life.
though.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna feel real bad about
Yeah.
everything I do.
Because is that basically like the genre that they have? Is that like we're inherently sinners, basically?
Yeah, kinda.
And you're
That's
Original sin, all that shit.
right. Which I know
Because
that's
we were created by sex, which is no good, buddy.
naughty and dirty.
finally something I can agree with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Maron.
But yeah, I remember they taught us the Catholic, Catholic birth control is basically keeping track of the lady's cycle, and figuring out when you can have sex and blow it in there without her getting pregnant.
Oh yeah, because Catholics are kind of anti-condom, right?
Anti-condom, don't pull out, don't wear condoms. You better fucking blast all that shit in there for Jesus.
Cream pies for
That's
Jesus.
right.
He loves them.
Yeah, don't waste
He
it.
loves them.
Yeah.
Don't you waste it.
He's up there watching.
Not a drop.
Yeah,
That's how you got here.
he's up there cuckolding real good. Jesus
Sitting on
is
a
jacking
chair.
off in the corner every time a Catholic has sex. He's like, Yahweh.
So yeah, Toll did get quite a bit
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
I know a lot about.
I always just found the Catholic kids so
Jesus.
interesting. I remember like literally being on the bus looking out the window, and the Sacred Heart is the name of the
Yeah.
Catholic school in Boone, at least one of them, the big one, and seeing like the little outfits and like the little
We didn't have
ties.
to wear uniforms. When
Oh,
I
you
was
didn't?
Going. No,
Oh, okay.
we could wear. They had to be appropriate, but you could just wear a T-shirt. And
Oh, and I was a Harry Potter head, so I think that was part of it too, where I was like, they all look like,
Yeah, it's like
Hogwarts.
Right,
kids.
yeah.
Maybe that was part of it too. Now that I'm thinking about it.
yeah, and we
Now that
had
I'm saying
to.
this out loud. I think I wanted to go to Hogwarts.
Yeah, I think I was more of a Hogwarts guy, really.
But I think they do now. Have to wear uniforms.
Well, and word on the street in Boone was that the Catholic girls were freaky.
That was always the word.
Catholic girl. Frank Zappa wrote a song about it. Yeah.
Any verification on that?
On Catholic girl, I wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have known if
But you
I
can imagine,
was
though.
more outgoing. Yeah,
But I
yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
In high school, I might know,
Right.
and I don't know. But
You're a
apparently
good
they
Catholic
do
boy.
anal. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's right.
so then you don't have to worry about it.
Right.
Then you can blow it wherever you want.
That's the old Jesus double
Yeah.
cross right there.
Yeah.
He's like when Jesus sees that, he's like, oh.
They got me. Yeah. I don't get to drink this cum, says Jesus.
The old poop hole loophole.
That's
the one.
That's it.
Don't let me have my Pepsi
Yeah.
Zero. I get wild. I get crazy. I get ornery. Shout out to Groucho's, by the way. We didn't say it on the podcast.
Yeah.
Groucho's Lounge. Dave
Oh,
did a
my
heck of a
goodness.
job hosting.
Yeah.
I like to say that
We weren't
all
sure if
did
we were
great.
going to start. AJ was very late,
I apologize.
but we hadn't started yet.
I was fighting with my landlord.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, perfect.
To your comedy show benefit,
Yes.
because AJ said he was going to be ornery, and he was.
I took my landlord rage and
Buddy,
directed it at unsuspecting
You won-
VLT players.
you did. You won line of the night.
That's nice of you to say.
You did.
Oh
though.
yeah, that was.
There were. I'll try to describe this. There was a bunch of people, maybe, or unless I don't know if somebody you, but there was like a bunch of fake lottery video screens, like fake slot machines.
Those big ones.
Yeah, the huge full screen ones. And there were
Next
people,
to us doing comedy.
Yes.
Like
that-
I'm standing here doing
Yeah.
comedy, and it's a line of these machines.
Yeah.
And then like a big buck hunter on the other side. Or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. And
It's a bar show, so you expect it.
And 35 TVs on, by the way.
Yes.
So many.
And no specific light on us. Nothing.
No.
Still a pretty good crowd, I will
Oh,
say.
it was one of the best shows
Yeah.
I've done in years.
With the exception of the guy playing one of those machines and a couple of people in the audience. And one of those machines, I don't know what you were talking about, AJ, but say, oh, pick a pig.
Yeah,
I
the
like
guy was
Pick a
playing
Pig.
Pick a Pig. The game was Pick a Pig.
Yeah.
And he was loudly playing it the entire time and also giving unasked for commentary
Yeah.
to everyone's
Kind
set.
of chirping at
And
people
then
the whole
Yeah.
time.
I don't remember exactly what you said, but you said, oh, pick a pig. That's what I'm going to be doing in about an hour.
Yeah. At the end of the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was full of gross
Which,
people.
yeah.
The room
Which was a
about
real
off.
thinger. And, oh, Groucho's.
Oh. Everyone exploded.
We about fucking fell out of our chairs. I put my head down a little. I was like, ooh, don't look at the people that are really here. I was dying.
They loved it. Everyone
Yeah.
loved it.
It was a good old time.
Yeah, I hope I didn't butcher your line.
No,
either,
I think you did pretty good justice. You painted the
Yeah.
picture, baby.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was a classic. I say shit gig with love, by the way. Of like,
I love a shit gig.
it's non-optimal, like you said, the lighting and the distraction.
The worst environment.
The worst environment possible, and if you can get even a joke off the ground,
Yeah.
you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And I thought Dave did a great job.
Yeah.
Alex
Yeah,
Dole.
everyone did.
It was
I know I had 0. I'm like, I still have PTSD from Boxholm.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
I quit drinking.
AJ hasn't had a drink since.
Yes. That was 2 years ago, and it still is ringing like a bell in my head. So
Yeah.
I'm like, it's a bar show. Just perform your material, and then
Yep.
you'll be done. You can go home, and that's fine.
That's right.
And then Dave opens up the show, and he's doing great. The crowd loves him.
Yes.
Like, oh, we might have a chance here.
Yeah.
They were into it.
They were totally.
I think they
into
liked
it.
the cut of Dave's jib. Honestly.
did.
I think Dave's might be the right host.
Dave
for
got
that
him on
show.
the hook. I think so.
They were like, I see myself in this guy a little.
Yeah.
Dave looks like a different version of Dave. Could have hung out at that bar.
Yeah.
Middle-aged woman there.
I almost took Dave home. Yeah, but it was fun. I mean, because those are the ones like I love leaving those type of shows, even if you have like sometimes if just one joke works, that feels like so much more rewarding than if it's
for
just
sure.
like a hot ass crowd that everyone's killing. In
Oh,
front
yeah.
of. Those feel fun too.
Dude,
It
the
doesn't
love-
feel as earned. I guess.
The love I got for the Tony Soprano's mom.
Yeah.
bit, oh my God. I was like, these people love this.
They grew up with the Sopranos.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's,
That was good stuff.
it was fun.
Yeah.
Maybe next time we'll do a little spotlight on the
that would,
performers. Maybe.
that would be
Something
my
like that.
only. That'd be I wouldn't change anything but that.
Yeah,
It was
like
fun.
the PA was fine. Like you could hear
Yeah.
pretty well, and yeah, don't even bother turning them TVs off.
Nope. Sometimes when you got to fight a little bit, it adds something
It
to
does.
you
It
doing
does.
comedy
Yes.
where you're like,
Yeah,
I gotta,
throw it into another gear and be like,
yeah,
all right,
I gotta work harder for this.
Yeah.
We're going uphill.
Put it in sport mode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
Just like my Crocs.
Yeah, it was fun, man, and it always makes me smile to see comedians I love do well too. Where I'm
Yeah.
like,
Oh, I know.
they see
yeah.
how I see.
Yeah.
It's
Shout out to Gideon for going last.
yeah, poor
Yeah,
guy.
it was
I mean,
rough.
at that point, yeah.
At a bar show like that, you act going the earlier the better, baby.
Yeah.
I actually like that. It's an honor to go later in a show generally, but it's also sitting there and waiting to go is like, and then sitting there waiting to go at a bar show where you can see how much drunker everyone is getting
Yeah.
as the show is.
You're
going
watching the
on.
room deteriorate around you in real time. And
yes.
you're like, man,
Yeah,
I got about 11 minutes left before this crowd is done with all this.
because Gideon did kind of take the brunt of that guy at the end there
Yeah.
too.
He became
Yeah.
belligerent at that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
no longer fun.
No, it was not.
Yeah.
It's nice to see him again. I
Yeah,
haven't seen him.
Yeah.
I dapped him up. I was like, we should hang outside a comedy sometime. Because I was he was before my time.
Yeah.
So this is my first time meeting him, but I can just tell he's a nice guy.
He is a very nice
and,
guy.
Super good guy.
It's always great. Kind
comedian.
of like when Reem came back too, where just great to have another good
Yeah.
comedian around. Never hurts, especially when Teehees 2.0 comes around.
Boom, 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 boom,
Yeah.
boom, 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 boom.
We bought a Get and Go, and we're turning it into
Yeah.
Oh, finally! I hope they like
Yeah.
the sweatshirts.
We forgot to do it again this summer.
What?
The Get and Go pop-up home.
Oh, I know. That's right.
That'd be
Whoa.
wild.
We got to write that down.
We just hold them and be like, "Don't worry, we're not robbing you. We're just gonna have an open mic."
Yes.
And like, no, just kill me.
yeah.
Oh, cool! I'm leaving.
yeah.
I'm taking a break.
Yeah. Lock her up for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was something Dave has mentioned in the past, and once this new spot gets going, I'd be interested to bring on maybe some other people, such as yourselves. So these are the tentative names for it. Hard Knocks University is what I'm going to be calling it. But here's my pitch. Are you an 8th grader or maybe a 33-year-old stand-up comedian who almost got scammed on Facebook? Come to Hard Knocks University. It's a free program that we put on at the club where you can learn like what the difference between a Roth IRA and a traditional is.
Oh,
Like basically, I have I feel like I missed out on a lot of the life
Adult
skills.
classes?
Yeah.
Things that you actually should learn in high school
Yeah.
that you don't.
No, AJ, you don't need a class for this. That's ridiculous.
I didn't even get to the sex part. You want to learn how to fuck better?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about, where Dave could like help people understand truly how, because I can even say, because I was talking to someone just like a couple days ago about this of like my parents, generally speaking, aren't like awesome with money. They tend to be like tax return people who like buy a fucking pool table or like whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where it's like
Tax return people. Dave knows what that means.
yeah. But that's so many people.
Dave's dying over there.
They get that 900 or whatever, and then you immediately
Cha-ching.
you splurge on a TV.
Yeah.
Because you're like, I'm tired of being fucking poor. I'm about to live hot and heavy for like at least 2 weeks on this cash or whatever. But if you understood the
Out of the
actual
land.
if you actually understood the implication of it, and that's why I say like it could be for people under 18 because sometimes I didn't learn this shit in high school or anything.
Yeah.
And it could even be like cooking classes where, not to bring up Sarah, I know you're watching, but the spaghetti incident,
Yeah.
the
It's a
spaghetti
classic
incident,
story. Yeah.
the spaghetti incident, where it's like
Great album.
like a home, where it's like we're gonna teach you. Oh, say you want to try to get laid or impress someone, a future, bae.
Yeah.
You bring them in. We're gonna teach you how to make pork tenderloin chimichurri.
Yeah.
All you need is a blender and these 5 ingredients.
Right.
Like just basic how to change your own oil, shit
Yeah.
like that. Where it's like
Things your dad should have taught you.
essentially
Right. Yes.
things like dads or parents can teach you or that school missed out on. Because I feel like I left school knowing a lot about the Holocaust and almost nothing about
right.
what I needed to do in my
Credit
life.
cards.
Right.
Now, how does a credit card work exactly?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They did try
I
to
talked
teach
to
us
Dave about
that.
that. Yeah, I talked to Dave about that just recently. Where up until like a year ago, I didn't understand that the interest on a credit card. So I thought how it worked was like, say you swipe that card, you buy an air hockey table for you and your boys.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, you run up the card, $8,000 right there.
Yeah. That is a nice air hockey.
Only the nicest.
Yeah.
Toll comes to install. So you swipe that, boom. I always thought that the interest worked as like it's a one-time, like whatever, you're paying 5% on that purchase.
No.
As long as the balance is there, you're getting hit with that interest. Like shit like that. A lot of people, I think, don't
Oh,
understand.
for sure.
Where you can be
I
paying,
did
you
not.
basically can be paying off your interest or less than your interest.
None of your principal.
and then
Yes.
not making any progress whatsoever.
And wondering
fact,
like
you'll-
where the fuck your life is going, where it's like, I mean, for young people as well as older people who might feel, because also, especially on the money side at least, I feel like I am someone who doesn't want to be made to feel stupid.
Yeah.
And
Right.
a lot of people don't. And so we all, or a lot of us, sort of project that we know what the fuck we're doing with money
Right.
because we don't want to like belittle ourselves or whatever by asking for help or this or that. Where with Dave, I feel comfortable being a moron and being like, Dave, what's money?
Yeah.
But there's a lot of that stuff that you don't learn, and I feel like they don't teach you. I mean, even you could roll it back to trade school versus like 4-year degrees. I'm like, if I could go back, I would have went to a trade school probably. I would have been a fucking electrician like Reem or whatever. But all the guidance counselors, everyone in school was like, not only do you have to go to college, like don't eat like community colleges for fucking losers.
Right. Yeah.
Where it's like you could have saved so much money,
Right.
Stuff like that. But it's
I
true.
went to community college.
But you're a cool guy.
That's right.
But you don't understand.
It was
right?
radio college though, so
I went to
Yeah.
a bunch, Alex. So
But basically, that's why I
Wasn't
call
just-
it, jokingly, Hard Knocks University. But whatever. It's like a lot of people are learning this shit the hard way. Like I used to have a payday loan, and then I would take out another payday loan to pay off the payday loan.
some people could even learn like how to change a tire.
That's what
There's
I'm
some
saying.
things where I was like, I don't
think
think
you'd be a great
my
service.
dad really taught me that much. But then I'm out in the world hanging out with other people, and I'm like, damn, my dad taught me a fucking shitload
Yeah.
of stuff. yeah,
Totally.
or that I wouldn't, and my mom too. But
Yeah.
I mean, just like a lot of people are out in the world just not knowing nothing about nothing.
And some people, are in a position where, like I said, sometimes your parents don't even know this stuff because they weren't taught that
Yeah.
either. Because a lot of them come from generations where it was totally normal and like a good career path to just like work at Fairway Warehouse and get a pension. Now they don't like do pensions anymore. They shifted it to 401ks and stuff, which is nowhere near as like viable as a pension. These are things. Well, I mean, debatably, but
Yeah.
a pension is still different, where like they're paying you to work there essentially. Where a 401k is you taking money out of your own shit that you're earning.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. I think pensions. I mean, to me, when I run into old guys and people who have pensions, it seems like a lot better deal than anyone I know with a 401k. So.
Yeah, teachers are holding on for their IPers, not
What?
for.
There's a difference between forced savings and elective savings.
Sure. Well, this is what we could get into.
Yeah, this is what the class would be
Yeah.
about.
Yes, exactly. But regardless, like generations have changed. The way people make money has changed. All that stuff has changed. That's why people from my generation and younger are like, yeah, the days of like making 30 grand a year and buying a house are behind us. Like,
That's what I've been struggling with.
and
As
people from older generations can't wrap their heads around it because that's how it was when they were growing up.
But that's also not because of not knowing about money. That's because money doesn't buy as much stuff as it used to buy.
No, of course. but having both those things against you is guaranteed failure.
Right.
Like if you don't know how to work money and you also can't do like not knowing how to do money
Right.
but just getting a regular working man job. Like
Yeah.
you being
Yeah.
a delivery man 45 years ago would be a different career path. You would likely be like
I would be doing
foreman
all right.
or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where it's like now you're
Not that I'm not doing all right.
yeah, but it's still different. It's they're capping it out differently.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It was just something I was thinking about. So that's
Yeah.
it. But I think basically like
TED Talks, but like practical.
like life literacy,
Life,
yeah.
basically, where it's like there's a lot of people. I mean, there's people I worked with at the club, like people who were working below me that had never written a check before. I had to teach
The
them how to
people,
write
dude, I had
checks.
to write checks for that other people are writing to me for my job.
That's what I'm talking
frequently.
about, man.
Yeah.
And writing a check, like even within that, you learn certain things, like about how a lot of this works,
Right.
debit and credit, and
Yeah.
all that. I mean,
I can't imagine checks are going to be around much longer.
No, but that's just an example.
It's
Something
crazy.
Where if you're doing any sort of business, people aren't just paying like a cash, like briefcase full of cash style. Like you're cutting
Right.
checks if you're running a business. And shit.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. It was just one of those things where David mentioned doing it mainly on like the money accounting side because he does taxes for comedians and stuff like that. But
Strictly.
it's not, comedians are pretty dumb, but I mean, it's not just comedians who are
Right.
woefully like misinformed about shit. I mean, the amount of people like myself, like even that interest with the credit card thing, I thought it worked that way.
Yeah.
You know? Where
No one
like
sits
that
you
seems
down
fair to
and,
like
like-
charge one time for the interest and I pay it off.
Yeah,
That
it
seems
makes
fair.
sense. Fair
Yeah.
enough.
Not so much.
Yeah.
But that's my big thing, my big idea. Yeah, when there's so many people that like I did a little talk at Des Moines Social Club about like producing shows and marketing and stuff where I could do a much better version of that now. But there's people like Alex could give certain talks, Toll could give a talk,
About jacking off 18
That's
times
right.
a day.
But there's people within
I'd
even
love to
our
see the
own
crowd that
scene.
comes for that one. It started at 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Is it in the basement?
I already know. I just want to see somebody else do it.
Yeah. Yeah. But there's so many people around that do have cool skills, whether it be like videography, photography, whatever it is. And then also people that aren't even in the comedy scene that we're just friends with that could be brought in.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
And then you do it for free for the community. I don't know. I think it could be a cool thing.
I like it.
And also
Write it down.
Yes, I'm writing it down.
Thanks.
I'll teach a fashion class.
Yes. First stop, get and go.
That's right.
Let's try to end on a spicy note. Did you guys ever go to like high school parties where the parents were out of town? One of those ones. Dave did.
I didn't go to
I
any
never
high school
did.
parties.
Was Story City not a party town?
Oh, no, there was, but I did not party.
Yeah.
That was not okay with me.
I desperately wanted to party and I wasn't invited to parties.
Ah.
And then when I was, they were like, don't bring the one guy. And I was like, but I have to bring the one guy. And they'd be like,
He's my plus one.
yeah. And caused a rift.
Just like a friend that nobody liked, kind of
I
thing.
lie. He was, my best friend, one of them. Yeah.
But he was persona
The
non grata.
the party powers that be
Yeah.
were not into it.
So you're cool enough, but your guy isn't cool enough.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm glad that you rode with your guy.
For the most part.
But you can still let me drink out of that pony keg, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't, yeah. And I remember when it was like, it had come to pass that I was cool enough to go to parties. And I didn't. So I went to maybe 2.
I mean, I guess in a way, it's kind of, even though you didn't attend, well, it sounds like you did eventually, but it was nice to know that they even thought you were cool enough, I guess.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's cool in and of itself.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
There you
right.
go. Yeah.
I went
Do you
to the
remember the-
senior keg.
Oh.
Went to that, which is funny because it's a giant kegger in the middle of fucking nowhere. And then the cops broke it up. And they were like, hey, all you underage kids, get the hell out of here. So send 400 underage drunk kids to go drive around all over central Iowa.
Problem
Smooth.
solved.
Good thinking. We were all going to sleep there, but now we're all driving around. We all brought our tents, but nope.
No, sir.
Sent us out into the world just drunk as fuck. 'Cause many of us having done drugs we've never done before.
Right.
Yeah.
Good stinking.
Yep. Get home safe.
Was it a thing where it'd be the same location like almost every year for the party?
I don't know, but we were like south of Indianola in the middle of fucking nowhere for the Dowling Senior Keg. Yeah, in a field. Really fucking far away.
I
Yeah.
wonder who ratted on you.
I don't know.
It's probably your friend no one liked.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Fucking mole.
Yeah.
Got a rat in the organization.
Inside job. By the way, Ken Burns' Civil War continues to be great. I'm on episode 3.
Nice.
Ooh, actually, that's ripe for a rewatch for me. I haven't
I
seen
paid
that in a while.
I paid Lakeland PBS to get access.
Oh,
$5 a month.
Oh, nice.
But it has
I still
no-
have Alex's PBS. I got his old TV.
Hell yeah. PBS
That
has
is-
some cool shit on it, man.
Oh, I love PBS.
Yeah, dude.
Don't get me started. I'm an old man.
Me and Sarah finished The Sopranos today.
Gosh.
Made it to the finish line.
Made it to the finish line. She was like, she feels so sad when shows are over that she's like, should we finish it? I was like, you got it. Yeah. And then the end of The Sopranos I was like,
See?
but it's less disappointing the second and third time you
Yes.
see it.
It
And I
makes
don't
more
think she
sense.
was disappointed because she's all over the internet reading about The Sopranos all the time. So, but it is abrupt, and you're like, what? Yeah, but yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm. Like, did the TV just break?
Yeah. Everyone was like,
Alex gave me a bunk TV.
Yeah.
That's fun to like spend the whole show together too.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a good way to bond with somebody.
for sure.
oh, it is.
You can talk
for
about
sure. Yeah.
it. Yeah.
So much happens in The Sopranos, too. It's just like,
Yeah, you forget.
and on all different levels, like, this guy killed that guy, but also AJ was being a little bitch in this episode back here, It's all kinds of
That's
stuff.
how we get.
And you never like him. You never like AJ.
No.
Never.
Maybe.
Yeah, it just goes downhill. From
Yeah. You're like, I hope he does beat him at some point.
Does this mean no fucking ZD?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're almost on his side at the end, and they won't let him join the armed forces. And you're like, you should have let his bitch ass go.
Yep.
But they don't. And then he turns right back into a bitch ass.
Damn. I'm gonna finish it one of these days. This winter, I'll finish it up.
There you go.
It's a good time to do it.
Sopranos is a good little wintertime show, I think.
Fall, winter.
That cat being superimposed on the sidewalk did not age well. At the very last episode, the very last scene with Polly Walnuts, when the cat that stares at Christopher,
Oh, yeah.
and then they like CGI it onto the sidewalk. You're like, that cat is way too big. Like that cat is not there.
Well, it's like the refacing they did for Tony's mom after she
Yep,
died. It was
yep.
pretty rough. in
Pretty
4K.
rough.
Yeah.
Just this kind of like floating head. I don't like that kind of talk.
Yeah.
What was that?
Hmm.
I think that lady died a year ago. Mm-hmm.
There you go. All right, folks. Give The Sopranos a watch if you've never heard of it.
We barely talk about it on this
Yeah.
podcast.
Well, it's over now, so and I haven't been drunkenly
We'll have
doing
to
Tony Soprano impressions.
wait for AJ to finish it, then we can
Yeah.
get right back into it.
Okay, I'll start it tonight. I've already watched The Penguin up until now, so
Everyone loves the Penguin. Everyone loves the Penguin, and I'm over here like, but this is just like a mob drama.
Yeah, and it's good.
Yeah, but it's also has zero to do with Batman
Who
or
cares?
comic books. I do.
No,
I want it to be at least a little
It's
fantastical.
supposed to lead into the next movie.
I know.
So maybe towards the end, but I'm enjoying just the gangster drama
Yeah.
that it is.
Which is that's really, I mean, it's straight up just a gangster drama.
yeah, maybe that's the part because it did feel by that second episode, for me at least, like a little something was missing, and I think it might be that
yeah,
of like
Batman?
the lack of yeah,
yeah.
might be that a little.
You don't want Batman to jump in now.
I
You wanna
want
see what
I want
happens.
somebody to put on a costume or something.
yeah, I think
No.
I don't think it's that I want
Get
Batman.
the
but-
Penguin a monocle.
Yeah,
I think we'll get there.
Yeah.
I feel like because they have like the little walk, like I love how they're working in these little
Yeah.
things. Even I don't know if you noticed in like the Penguin typeface, they have like a little beak almost. Yeah, I thought that was pretty clever as a graphic designer. But yeah, I do hope that they turn up the fantastical a little. I think I think it's a fair point, Your Honor.
I'm not saying I don't like it.
Yes,
either.
I really like
Yeah.
it, but I do think
I do like it.
if it's going to be in that universe, just a little.
If Batman
Yeah.
or some sort of fantastical element is in it, I'll be fine with that.
yeah,
But
I don't
if,
need.
But if it's
Batman.
not, I'll be fine with that as well.
I saw him to zhuzh it up.
He wants a zhush.
Yeah.
I get it.
He wants a little stank on it.
Can the Joker pop up? Can he go talk to the Joker
would
for a
be
minute or
awesome.
something?
Yeah, like just a little Arkham.
I feel
taste.
like there will be
Because she was in Arkham, the girl.
there's been no like direct.
Yeah.
I think we'll get there. Even if it's just like, an auxiliary character that, like, just so you are like, oh, yeah, this is related to Batman. Because I feel like you don't
They
want
don't even. He hasn't even been mentioned.
Yeah.
Nobody mentions the fucking guy dressed up as a
They
bat.
did in the first episode.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the guy that
It's you know what it's called? The Penguin.
I'm aware.
Yes.
The movie was what was the movie called?
Yeah,
What was
the
mo-
Batman.
There you go.
Yes,
And what will the next movie be called?
the Batman again.
Again. and also
Have you had enough Batman yet?
more Batman.
yes.
More Batman, sir.
Yeah.
They are planning to do another one. You said.
They are.
Yeah.
It's gonna. The movies. This show is gonna lead. It's I think 2025 maybe.
All right.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I like it. All right, folks. Thanks as always to our executive producer, Shyla. She does a great job writing the jokes and the topics.
Yep.
I,
He really killed it this week.
yes, truly. I'm AJ Simmons, your friend.
Ooh, I'm Toll McGrain, the vape king of Des Moines.
And I've been the ice cream king of Des Moines, Alex Carter.
Goodbye, everybody. No Sleep Podcast.
Fucking AJ, Toll and Alex. They're fucking hilarious.
This is a certified Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.